Anyone else tired of waiting for the Premier League to start? Alright, let's do this. Roll the credits. Right, as the football season has yet to start and we are scratching around for content to share on this channel because there's not a lot going on, to be honest. Oh, in case you're new here, hi, my name's Mike from the Matchday Vlogs YouTube channel. On this channel we vlog the match days at St Mary's and occasional away days. Yeah, that's it really. So if you're a fan of Southampton Football Club, consider subscribing. In fact, if you're a fan of the Premier League, consider subscribing. So in the 2019-2020 Premier League season, there is going to be quite a few rule changes. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to have a look over them and to share my thoughts and opinions on how I think they're actually going to change the game or if they're going to have any impact whatsoever. Obviously the big one is VAR is going to be introduced. I'm a big fan of VAR. Of course, Charlie Austin demanded we got VAR and we now have it. Why are we having VAR, Charlie?
We scored a perfectly good goal. Clearly they need help. Clearly, we play in the Premier League, the best league in the world, the most watched league in the world. Give them all the help they need.
Yeah, exactly what he said. So thanks to a Southampton footballer, we have VAR in the Premier League. Fastest hat-trick, fastest Premier League goal, and now we've demanded VAR. Yet another reminder that the Premier League is nothing without Southampton Football Club. These are all rules brought forward by the IFAB, which of course is the International Football Association. So of course VAR is going to be introduced, video assist referee, to help with decisions such as red cards, potential offsides for goals, to overall goals, misidentities. So there's going to be assistance for the referees. And I'm feeling positive about that. I really enjoyed VAR in the Russia World Cup. Great example of how VAR can work well. My only worry is how long it's going to take, and also a lot of the decisions which are taken can be quite subjective, even still. So someone's idea of deliberate handball is another person's idea of ball to hand. So we'll see how that goes. But moving on to the other rules. In the case of handball, the most notable amendment, here we go. Any goal scored or created through accidental handball will not be counted. I'm not sure how that changes anything, to be honest with you. The new rule also stipulates that having hand or arm above the shoulder height is rarely a natural position, and a player is taking a risk by having it in that position. I think that could be fairly obvious, that one. So if your hands are in the air, you're asking to be penalised for a handball. Drop balls. Drop balls, new FIB ruling has effectively rendered drop balls obsolete unless the ball touches the referee or another match official. The current procedure is exploited unfairly. I totally agree with that. And can lead to an aggressive confrontation according to the governing body. Yeah, it also leads to players kicking the crap out of each other. Instead of a drop ball, the last team to touch the ball will get possession. If the game is stopped when the ball is in the penalty area, play will resume with the goalkeeper. Okay, fair enough. Free kicks, that's another big one. Players on the attacking team are no longer allowed within 1 yard of the wall, so you're not going to get opposing team players in the defensive wall. So that's going to be quite an interesting one, because of course lots of players are muscling in, creating space within a wall. That's going to be a big one. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it's going to be the same for both sides, so it's all fair. Goal celebrations, yellow and red cards given for illegal celebrations, removing the shirt or jumping into the crowd, won't be rescinded if the goal is ruled out by VAR. Makes sense, it's still an infringement of the rules, regardless of what it was for. Goal kicks. Under the older legislation, the ball was dead until it left the penalty area after a goal kick was taken. Now the ball is in play from the moment it is touched and can be played before leaving the 18-yard box, which will probably suit teams like Man City who like to play out from the back, and ourselves, obviously. Kick-off, the team that wins the toss can now choose to take kick-off or which goal to attack. Previously, they only had the choice of which goal to attack. Quick free kicks, if the referee is about to issue a card but the non-offending team takes a free kick quickly and creates a goal scoring opportunity, the referee can delay issuing the card until the next stoppage if the offending team was not distracted by the referee. That's going to be a subjective one. We'll see how that goes. The IFAB argues that it is clearly unfair if a new attack is stopped so the referee can penalise an offender. I kind of agree with that, but I think we're going to have problems with that one. That's going to be very subjective based on the temperament of the referee. Substitutions, this is an interesting one. A player who is substituted must leave the field at the nearest point on the touchline/goal line. So basically you're going to get lots of players heading to the centre circle just before they're about to be substituted so they can delay coming off the pitch that way. A team officially guilty of misconduct will now be shown a yellow or red card if the offender cannot be identified. A senior coach who is in the technical area at the same time will be penalised. Players and equipment, multicoloured and patterned undershirts are allowed if they're the same as the sleeve of the main shirt, as they help match officials in decision making. So there we go. So to recap, I think the big ones there for me are opposing team players in the defensive wall. I also think we're going to have some interesting scenarios with the quick free kicks and how referees are going to cope with the idea that they're just about to issue the card and someone plays the ball and they're in an attacking. I can see that being a problem and almost VAR contradicting itself there. And the substitution one, really. I think that's going to be funny to watch players walk to the centre circle. But of course the big one is VAR, and I think it's good overall. I hope you've enjoyed this quick catch-up episode. If you've got any thoughts on any of the rules being imposed on the Premier League next season, stick them down in the comment section below. We can get a bit of a discussion going on it. As always, if you've enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and we will see you in the next one. See ya.